In 2018, Cherokee County Sheriff's Deputy, our favorite, Charles Aaron Mills, was brought into internal affairs. And why? Because while driving his Mustang, he cracked open a Blue Moon beer, took a sip, and then brandished it at a fellow deputy at the red light on Bells Ferry, just because he thought it would be cute and funny. I want you to listen carefully to how the internal affairs handled this. Lieutenant Barone didn't arrest him, didn't ticket him for an open container. Instead, listen to what the investigator was actually worried about. Not the law, not him breaking the law, but millennials and public perception. Notice the pattern. When a deputy there breaks the law, say drinking and driving with an open container, it's brushed off as just being young and dumb. That wouldn't happen for us. The biggest concern isn't accountability, it's making sure that the public doesn't find out, because citizens holding law enforcement accountable is viewed as the problem in Cherokee County's department, not their behavior. So fast forward 2 years later, this exact same officer, Charles Mills, was never held accountable for his actions, and instead he stayed on the force, was promoted to corporal, and eventually marched right onto my property and entered my home without a warrant and arrested me for exercising my constitutional rights. When officers are taught that the rules don't apply to them in this department, selective enforcement becomes standard procedure there. So today, we're playing the full 2018 Internal Affairs interrogation so that you can hear firsthand the culture of protection and the lack of accountability in the Cherokee County Sheriff's Department. Listen closely, because this is how their system failure began.
If you, for some reason, have to roll, Sarge, just go ahead and I'll contact you. All right, Deputy Mills, today is July 9th, 2018. I am in the interview room, Internal Affairs, concerning Internal Affairs case number 2018-46. So I asked you earlier if there was anything that you thought that that would bring you into my office today, and you said you didn't know. Is that still the case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you remember an incident when you're in your personal vehicle, your Mustang specifically, and you pull up to a red light, and you looked over and you saw a patrol vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's concerning that and concerning what you did in that vehicle. So without me having to tell you what it was, why don't you tell me why you think you're here now?
I was, go ahead.
Be honest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was going down the road and I saw a patrol car ahead, and I realized that it was my friend Garfield, Deputy Garfield, that works alongside us.
Okay.
And me and my girlfriend were in the car, and I had just stopped at the gas station up the street to buy a 6-pack of beer, because we were originally going to head to the new JD's, and right now it's BYOB because they don't have any alcohol licenses there yet.
Okay.
So I had just stopped and bought a 6-pack of what beer was that? Blue Moon beer, the bottles. And so when I caught up to Deputy Garfield on 6th Road, I thought it would be funny to show it to him and then to drink out of it.
Okay. All right. You said the passenger was your girlfriend?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is she in law enforcement?
No, sir, she's not.
Okay. What's her name?
Her name's Ashley Hughes.
And how do you know Ashley?
Me and Ashley, I met her in high school originally, so back in 2012, 2013, somewhere in that time frame. We dated back then, and then we split up, we went our separate ways, and then we recently got back together in February. I want to say it was February, March.
Would you consider her she's your girlfriend? Is there, I mean, are you guys seen other people, or do you consider it pretty serious?
Nah, it's pretty serious, yeah.
Very good. Do you know her phone number?
don't have it with me. I left my phone out in the car.
Okay. So she saw you do that?
Yes, sir. She did, yeah.
Okay.
And she should have, if I can't account for what she did and didn't see, but she should have saw it.
Right.
It would have been.
Right. I think it would be hard for her. Let's
Exactly.
assume that she saw it. I'm assuming that you said something to her after you did it and she said something too. What type of conversation did you guys have?
I don't know. If anything, I was just trying to be goofy with Debbie Garfield there.
Okay. So it was a blue moon. It was opened.
Yes, sir.
And you took a swig out of it.
I did.
Okay. What made you do that?
Just stupid and being silly is all. Really stupid.
I understand that there was a lot of vehicles, a lot of traffic at the intersection on that particular day. Is there a chance that some other persons, another vehicle, another passenger, another driver in a vehicle saw you do that?
I don't know, because the way my window tint is, on like the back window, I had just rolled my driver window down, and then he was in the left lane and we came into the right lane, and that's when I showed it to him and did that. And then I immediately went right into the turn lane to go down Ridge Road, because they have the detour right now,
Yeah.
the way Bells Ferry shut down.
Okay.
So I went right to go down to Ridge Road. So it was brief, and then we ended up going right like immediately. So
Okay.
So I don't know. And like I said, we were right beside each other when I did it, and it was brief, and then I put it back
Was it your
down.
left hand or your right hand that you did it? So the left hand would be closer to the window.
I don't know for sure. It's probably I want to say it was probably my right hand, but I don't know for sure. I'm
Okay.
not 100% on that.
Did Ashley have an open container as well?
No, sir, she didn't.
Okay.
She did not.
How much of that beer do you think you had consumed?
Of that one, trying to think. Well, like I said, we just stopped at the gas station and got it, and then we came on
At
down.
which gas
So
station?
maybe like 2 sips. Maybe
Which gas station?
what's the name of it? It's right there at Bells Ferry Road and Butterworth Road. It's the Chevron. That's across the street from the church.
Okay. You bought it right there?
So I bought it there. We drove down Bells Ferry, took a left onto 6 is where the detour is, and that's when I
Gotcha.
saw Garfield. And
Okay.
So maybe a couple swigs out.
Had you consumed any alcohol that day prior to getting in your vehicle?
Trying to make sure I know 100% because I'm like 99% sure I did not have anything besides when I just got that 6-pack from the gas station that day.
Okay.
Because I think it was, I don't even remember what time it was. To be honest, I don't even remember what time it was when that happened.
About 6 p.m.
Okay. And this was on
The 6th, which would have been a Friday.
Friday, yeah. I believe that was the first beer I had. That was the first drink all day because we didn't do anything before that
Okay.
day at all. Or I went to the dentist on Friday. Yeah, so that would have definitely been the first alcohol I had that day. Would have
Okay.
been that
What time was your dentist appointment?
What time was that? 11 o'clock. And my mom went with me to
What did you do after that?
the dentist, so I had my mom go with me, and it's all the way in Ackworth. So we did that. Me and my mom went to the dentist, and then I dropped my mom back off at my parents' house because I had her go with me. And then I had to pick Ashley up from work because her car's broken right now. Her car's in the shop right now, so I had to pick her up from work. I'm trying to think of what time that was on Friday. I believe she got off at 2:30 on Friday.
Where did you work?
She works at Discovery Point Daycare.
Where is that
It's
at?
right here off Prominence Point
Okay.
in the public shopping center.
So she's a daycare,
She
takes care of those
watches.
kids?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you picked her up at 2:30. What did you do after that?
I picked her up from work at 2:30, and then that's where it gets. That's where I don't remember the time frame between 2:30 and you said 6 was when that happened.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't really remember what we did between those 2 times, but I didn't have anything to drink
Okay.
during that time though.
And you were going to JD's?
We were gonna go to the JD's, the new one on the lake, because it was still BYOB. I thought it would be cool to take your own beer to the lake
Sure.
and you barbecue. But when we drove by, it was too crowded, so we just went on and we ended up meeting her family at the actual JD's. We went there with them.
The one on Bells Ferry?
Yeah,
Okay.
the one here in Woodstock.
I didn't know that JD's had one at the lake.
Well, it's where they were filming the movie at?
Yeah.
They took over the lease there, JD's did.
Oh.
So they just opened it up. It just opened up. It's new. It's only been open for like a week or
Okay.
so, week and a half.
By the time you got to JD's, do you feel like you consumed the entire beer?
I don't think so, because I think I left it either in the cup holder or back in the carton. I don't even think I finished it.
Okay, what did you do with the beer then? Just leave it in the vehicle, went inside the JD's? Because I don't believe you can bring alcohol into that facility.
Yeah, no, we left it in the car.
Okay.
In the car.
How old are you?
24.
Okay. Let's talk about the awkward and the uncomfortable position you put a fellow deputy in for a moment. If somebody did that to you, what would your take be? What would you think?
Well, I would hope that they were like kidding and it was like an empty beer and they weren't really drinking actual alcohol. I would hope it would just be more of a joke than anything if somebody rolled up beside me and did that.
Okay, but it wasn't a joke. Yours was full.
Yes, sir.
So this deputy sees you, a fellow officer, somebody that he likes, he considers a friend, co-worker, you guys are working together, and you put him in a position like that.
It's pretty messed up.
Yeah. It really is messed up. I'm glad that you see that. Because he was torn about it. And then, when he called you on the phone and you kind of deflected, can you tell me what that conversation was like? How uncomfortable did that make you feel?
It did, like, that's the point where I realized that to him it wasn't a joke, but he didn't take it as a joke at all. That's when I realized that he was like, dude, or what are you doing? What are you doing, dude? Like, because he was kind of like concerned about me more than anything. Is the way I took his
right
take on it made me feel.
He's worried, number one, you're driving with an open container. He doesn't know if you're intoxicated or not. What that would look for us. What do you think about your girlfriend? What is she going to do? Is she going to tell her girlfriend, a friend of hers? How old is your girlfriend?
24 as well.
She's going to tell another fellow young 20-year-old and these millennials who have an unfavorable view of law enforcement. Now she's going to tell a family member, another friend, what you did, and they're going to laugh it off and, oh, that was so cute and funny, but they're going to think in their back of mind, cops are protecting cops. What would have happened if that officer pulled you over? Did you think about the consequences? Do you know what the consequences would have been?
Absolutely. I mean, an open container, it's against the law.
Right,
Absolutely.
but not just that. It could lead to your dismissal with the sheriff's office and how you would become a law enforcement, another profession, or another division or another agency. I don't know who would hire you with something like that. It's very concerning. It makes me a little bit worried about you, not just as a fellow employee, but as a human being. Is there anything that you want to tell me? Anything that you feel maybe is going on in your life that you might need some help with?
Well, I mean, there's some issues that I've been going through lately, but we're kind of, like, my supervisors are helping me address those issues, and we're getting through them kind of type.
Okay.
So,
is there any type of dependency issues that you feel that the sheriff's office might be able to help you with? Because we do have employee assistance if you feel that you do have an issue.
No, I don't think I have an issue.
Do you know where I'm going?
Yes, sir.
Do you
Yeah.
get the feel?
Definitely don't have any kind of issues with that at all.
Okay, we care about you.
Right.
And we're here to help you, and we're here to offer you the resources if you feel that you do, if you would like that. So you let me know if you think that there is, or let the human resources go that way if you feel that there is. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I do care about you. I really do. I didn't really catch what you said, but after you did that and you turned right and you got the phone call, what did you and your girlfriend talk about? Did you realize then that that probably wasn't a good idea? Did you guys talk about it?
We stopped at Goodwill along the way because we were still waiting on her parents to figure out what they were doing. They were going to like rent a car because they just left to go to Panama City for the week for vacation. So we were trying to kill a little bit of time till they met us at JD's. So we stopped at the Goodwill, and that's when I got the call from Garfield.
Okay.
And so me and her, we didn't really talk about it at all.
No.
We didn't really have a conversation about it at all. I mean, if anything, she'd probably been like, what the hell are you doing?
So when you did that, you didn't say anything, and I think from what I understand, you said something, hey, what are you going to do now, copper? Does that sound about right?
I have no idea what I said to him. Probably. I could probably see that. Like,
Okay.
come get me, cop, or some stupid remark like that.
And she didn't say anything? She didn't giggle, laugh, think, what the hell are you doing?
Maybe. I don't know for sure. I can't remember for sure what her reaction to it was.
All right.
Probably just thinking how stupid I was, if anything.
I think that's what we're all thinking.
Looking at it from the outside now, looking like...
All right. Deputy Mills, this is to inform you that an internal affairs investigation has been started in regards to a situation which was reported on July 6, 2018. Copy of the allegation is being supplied to you for your information. If you'd like, I can get you a copy of that. I also will supply you with a copy of the employee's duties and rights during an internal investigation. That's right there if you'd like to take that. You are hereby ordered not to discuss this case with any person other than the Internal Affairs Office, Chief Deputy, Sheriff, or Legal Counsel. Any efforts on the contrary will be considered obstruction of this investigation and a violation of a direct order. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That means when you go home today or when you leave this office, that you're not going to talk to Ashley about this. You're not going to tell her that any of this happened, because if I want to talk to her, I need her to have a clear mind and we'll go from there, okay?
Yes, sir.
Once this investigation is complete, you can talk to whoever you want about it, okay?
When will I know when it's complete?
You'll sign the AIC with the notification of findings, so you'll be told. This is the internal investigation warning, also known as Garrity. I wish to advise you that you are being questioned as part of an official investigation of the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office. You'll be asked questions specifically directed and narrowly related to the performance of your official duties or fitness for office. You are entitled to all rights and privileges guaranteed by the laws and the Constitution of this state and the Constitution of the United States, including the right not to be compelled to incriminate yourself. I further wish to advise you that if you refuse to testify or answer questions relating to the performance of your official duties or fitness for duty, you'll be subject to departmental charges, which could result in your dismissal from the Sheriff's Office. If you do answer questions, neither your statements nor any information or evidence that is gained by reason of such statements can be used against you in any subsequent criminal proceeding. However, these statements may be used against you in relation to subsequent departmental charges. In addition to the above rights, you have the right to have counsel present during this questioning. Do you understand, Deputy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you would sign and date that for me also. I think that one thing that I need to stress to you from this point forward, not just about this particular incident, but in life in general, you don't need to be opening up any type of alcohol container in your vehicle, man. Remember what that uniform and what that badge means, and we don't want any discredit to come upon you, which will fall upon us. You know what the media's view is of law enforcement. Don't put another deputy in that position to make a choice when that's right. If he pulled you over and wrote you a citation, it would have been the right thing to do. As bad and as horrible as it would have been for you, it would have been even worse for him, because you're putting him in that position. You made your own choice. Remember what you do and what that badge means to you. You're so young in your career, okay? So try and make better decisions. I'm gonna chalk that one up as just being young and dumb, but don't let that become a habit, and think before you do it. Think about what the consequences are. What happens if you were rear-ended? Somebody hits you at that traffic signal and there's an open container in here. An officer, GSP shows up. Of course you're gonna let him know you're an officer, and he's gonna make a decision on what's going on. So try and use better judgment. Don't get yourself in trouble. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Would you like me to make you a copy of the AIC?
Can I just look at that one real quick?
Absolutely.
I don't really think I need a copy of it. It's pretty
Okay.
cut and dry.
Once you read it, I'll have you sign it.
Okay.
That's it right there.
just sign. Just wanted
Yes, if you would, right there for me. That's just saying that you're aware of the allegation. Would you say that Deputy Garfield's description is pretty accurate?
It is. I just, when he said something about what he said to me first about why he didn't work the overtime today, like I didn't hear him say that.
Okay.
I couldn't make out what he had said whenever we first
Gotcha.
pulled up, but everything else seems to be accurate.
Okay. Thank you for being honest with me, Deputy. I appreciate that. That really means a
Other
lot.
than because I told you I was on the phone with him when I went into Goodwill. He said at that time, he told me on the phone that he was like on Town Lake Parkway, and he said he went down the interstate to Town Lake Parkway. So I don't know if, it's minor detail, but that's the only discrepancy that
Okay.
comes to mind.
All right, please remember, don't discuss this with anybody. If you have any questions, concerns, raise them to me or the sheriff, okay?
Yes, sir.
When we get this all done, we'll get you to sign off on it, we'll go from there. I have no idea what's gonna happen with the case. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely.